Hello friends, welcome to part 11 of Laravel 12 multi-vendor e-commerce series. We will continue working on updating admin password, and in this part we are going to verify the current password via AJAX. So let's start. In the last part we have seen that we are able to create this update password form, and in this part we are going to verify the current password. Whenever we will type something, then it will verify that the current password is correct or incorrect. Okay, so that we are going to display at the bottom of this field that the current password is correct or incorrect. So we are going to take these few steps for this, and in the first step we are going to inject admin service in admin controller so that we are not required to call admin service in every function. So the best practice is to make a constructor in which we are going to call the admin service just once, and we are going to use that admin service in every function. Okay, so we are going to call this admin service in constructor. We are going to make this constructor here. You can see that we are going to create this constructor function, and in that constructor function we are going to call the admin service. Okay, and this admin service we can use then in every function, but first of all we are going to declare this admin service as protector. After that we are going to inject in constructors. So let's take these steps. I'm going to open this admin controller first of all, and here I'm going to do at the top here. First, I'm going to declare the admin service as protector. After that, I will make the constructor function. In that function, I'm going to inject the admin service. Okay, so this is the constructor function in which I am going to call the admin service. Okay, and I'm going to inject the admin service. So this is the variable that we are going to use for every function. In every function, we are just required to use this object of class admin service. Okay, so now we are going to modify the store function. Earlier on we called that admin service. After that we call the login function with the object of admin service. Okay, but now we are not required to do this. Okay, we can straight away use the admin service that we have already called in constructor. Okay, so here in login status we can directly use admin service, and this one is not required now, so we can remove this one. Okay, so we are not required to call the admin service for this. We can just use the admin service that we have already called in our constructor. Okay, then we can call the login function from admin service like this. Okay, so fine. I hope that is clear to you. So in our next step, we are going to create the custom.js file. And one more thing I want to tell you that we are going to do this for every function. Okay, for the upcoming functions as well, we are going to do it like this. So let's create the custom.js file because we want to create the jQuery function for current password. So let's create first the custom.js file that we are going to create inside public admin.js folder. Okay, so this custom.js file we are going to create inside the public admin.js folder. So I'm going to open my project folder here. That is in my D drive, XAMPP, htdocs, and personal. Here the ecom 12 and public, then front, under front, see under front. Sorry, we are going to create under admin, then JS, and here we are going to create the new file. We are going to rename this file with custom.js. Okay, so I'm going to bring this file here in Sublime, and we are going to include this file in layout.blade file. Okay, and I'm going to open the scripts.blade file that we have earlier created in the beginning of the series. So here we are going to include the custom.js file that we have just created. So we are going to include the custom.js file, and see this function, this jQuery function, I will create after including the JS file. Okay, so here I'm going to include the custom.js file inside scripts.blade.php file, and but before that I will also include the jQuery CDN. Okay, so this is the uh, CDN path for the jQuery. We are required to include the jQuery as well. Okay, so I am going to include this at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to include it here. So we are required to include. You can easily find the jQuery CDN from online as well. If you will search jQuery CDN, you will get the path easily. And the best practice is that you can store this in your offline in your project. Okay, so that if in case the server goes down, if in case the jQuery server goes down, then your website will not go down. Okay, so it is the best practice to just download this jQuery file, and we can keep it here. Okay, so I can do this for you. I'm going to open in new tab. Okay, so this I'm going to save this jQuery file, and I'm going to save it in my downloads folder first of all. So I'm going to open the downloads folder, and from here I'm going to cut from here. I'm going to keep it in my JS folder. Okay, so now I'm going to uh, will use it like the custom.js file in this okay, like this. Okay, so here want to include it like this, and now one more path for this one I'm going to include. I'm going to copy this one and will paste it, and after that I will just copy its file and will paste it here, and I'm going to remove this like this. Okay, so I'm going to keep it like this. So CDN path is not required. So we can keep all the files offline like this in our project, and we can include it like this so that if the third party server goes down, then it will not create any issue. Okay, so let's do further steps. Okay, so see, now I have included. So let's create the jQuery function in custom.js file. Okay, so here we are going to create the jQuery function, and that jQuery function we will call whenever the user starts typing, and we will call based on this current password. Okay, so we are going to use the key up event for this current password. We can find in our update password form. Here we have already given its ID, current password, and whenever the user will starts typing, oh, here we are going to call that jQuery function on the basis of this current password. Okay, so we are going to create one jQuery function. I'm going to close this one. So we are going to create this jQuery function that will call on key up event, and we are going to send that current password, this one, whatever the user is typing, we are going to send to AJAX via AJAX to our function that will able to tell that whether the current password is correct or incorrect. Okay, so we are going to call this URL admin slash verify password. We are going to make this as post. Okay, we are going to send this current password data to that function in which we are going to verify that the current password is correct or not. You are just required to create this function at your end. uh, okay, so let's create it. Okay, I'm going to align it as well. Okay, so this function, uh, we are going to call this route and we'll send this current password. So I'm going to create this route. Okay, so before creating this route, first we are going to add the CSRF token to prevent any error. Okay, so we are going to add this in layout.blade.php file. Here we can add it. Edit here. Okay, at the top, and make sure that we always add this header. Okay, this header will prevent the any kind of CSRF token error. Okay, so we are going to add this header here in AJAX. So after this one we have already added, and now we are going to add the its route in our route file, web.php file. After this we are going to add this post route. uh, Here I'm going to add verify password. Okay, for verify password route. Okay, so this one is to verify the password, and this route we have used in that jQuery function. Okay, so here it will we are going to create this verify password function, and this is the named route admin.verify.password. Okay, so this verify password function, we are going to create that function will verify that the current password is correct or not. Okay, so we are going to create this function in admin service. I have explained earlier that all the logics are now in our admin service. All the functions we are going to create in our admin service. Okay, and this function we are going to call in admin controller. So here we are going to create this function here. Okay, so this function will check whether the current password is correct or not, and we are required to use hash at the top for this. Use hash that will convert the function that password to hash. Okay, and we'll check in database that whether the current password is correct or not, and if the current password is correct it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And we can use the hash like this also, auth as well as the hash. Okay, I'm going to use it like this. So after that we are going to call this function in admin controller. We are going to create the another function, verify password function at the bottom, in which we are going to call this function that will verify that the current password is correct or not. Okay, and finally we are going to use this verify password. Okay, so in here in response you can see that we will send the response to this id, verify password id, that will print whether the current password is incorrect or current password is correct. Okay, let's add this one in update password blade file. After current password we are going to add this. Okay, so let's test it now. So I'm going to write something and see, it is saying the current password is incorrect. So I'm going to enter the correct password now. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and let's see, yes, now it is saying the current password is correct. Okay, so it is verifying whether the user is typing the password correct or incorrect. Okay, if I am going to enter any incorrect password, then it will say that the password is current password is incorrect, and if I will enter correct password, then it will tell that the current password is correct. Okay, so we can able to verify the current password instantly via AJAX. Okay, so you can do this at your end as well, and if you will find any trouble you can surely comment me and surely ask me, so that I can able to help you. In the next part we will finally update the password and allow login with the updated password. Okay, so please bookmark and follow this playlist that I have given in the description of the video as well, and please subscribe the Stack Developers YouTube channel. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.